Hi everyone, this is Michael Condon representing Toomedtoo. We've got your fix, and this is a Mandalorian review episode featuring my buddy Michael Pappas.
Thanks for having me, man. It's fun.
As always.
Thanks for coming by too. Nice Christmas Eve day.
It is.
Just hanging out.
The fellas doing a little bit of last minute shopping and hanging out and talking some Mandalorian.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't realize because although Manhattan is very small when you look at it area-wise,
right?
It's
an island.
Yeah, it takes me an hour and a half to get here by train.
That's crazy, man. I wish there was a faster way for you to get here. I picked Mike up at the train station, but he took like 3 trains to get here.
I mean, I could take a car, but that costs $60 or $70.
Yeah, that's crazy.
If I had a car, it would take me 30 minutes to get here. It's just the way that, the travel is. But
yeah. Well, I mean, the holidays is time for this because it's downtime a little bit. So I figured you'd be able to come over. So we haven't talked Mando in a while.
No, it's been a while just because life is crazy.
Yeah.
The one chance we did have to record, we recorded for your show.
That's right.
Thank
you for joining that, by the way. That was great. We had a lot of fun.
I had a blast with James.
He's great, isn't he?
He is.
James Yarcho, good listener, Rogue One. He's a lot of fun.
We actually, after we got off, we became friends on social media and things like that. And he's going to be on the regular Monday night live chat one of these days. Where anybody who's watching this, everyone's invited for the live chat. It's just kind of like getting together. You can be on for the whole thing if you want. You can stop in for 5 minutes and say what you got to about Star Wars or whatever it is. It's just
right on.
That's how it is. So let's get into the Mandalorian episode 5.
Yeah, episode 5.
It's been a couple weeks. Everybody already knows about it, so we're just going to kind of go over it quickly.
We'll do 5, 6, and then dive into 7, right? Because we missed those 3. Oh,
yeah.
Cool.
So 5. We'll just start off. People either loved it or hated it. There wasn't really much common ground because it was a fan service episode.
That's what they say. I don't know. I just felt like it was a one-off adventure till we got back to the main storyline, which we do so in, I believe, episode 7. The fan service part of it probably pertains to the planet they land on, similar familiar characters and aliens and robot and droids, but it didn't bother me like the fan service part.
Oh no, see, I'm all about fan service just as long as it doesn't impede on the storyline. I mean, I want to see more Star Wars and expanded Star Wars because there's an entire galaxy out there of planets. But the fact that they're in this little area of the galaxy, I have no problem with them stopping on Tatooine, which we see, which is
they're
cool.
in the Outer Rim. He's on the run. So if you're going to be on the run, you're going to be out there in like that area, which is the Wild West, right? It's your best shot.
Yeah, definitely. So it's great to see Tatooine. And they're going to stop somewhere. Where are they going to stop? Well, you have Mos Eisley, where they end up, which is the most well-known.
Right.
And then, you really only have...
looking for work. He's looking for a job.
And we only really have 2 other cities that we know of on Tatooine. I'm sure if we pulled out the visual dictionary or the atlas or whatever, we'd be able to get some more. But, there's only really 3 that we know about. We have Mos Eisley. We have...
Mos
Espa. And then there's the other one I can't think of.
I don't know. I forget.
But I mean, it starts off with fan service of, the Mandos being chased, and I think it's a great homage to Top Gun. The Mando hits the brakes and he flies right by, which give me fan service. That's great. Instead of him blowing up a ship or doing whatever, and then they land at.
Well, he takes a few shots. His ship gets pretty beat up.
Yep. So he needs to get his ship repaired, and that's where.
I didn't mind that.
The whole 80s thing continues, and you have the Ripley stunt double.
Ripley stunt double with the bad perm and the pit droids. He lands in a docking bay and stuff. I thought this was a really cool scene. It shows that he needs our help, but he's gonna have to pay for it. He's probably looking for work anyway, so it just moves the plot along nicely a little bit. And then he goes to the canteen to look for work, and he meets that wannabe bounty hunter dude, who also looks like he's from the '80s. Honestly,
yeah,
geez.
it's like his, there's a bunch of controversy about him right now. We're recording, well after it. The actor,
right?
There was, a lot of people didn't like him because his acting was like cheesy '80s acting, and
what's this guy's name?
I don't remember what his name was. It's kind of irrelevant.
Ass McFuck.
That could be it. Ass McFuck, and not in a good way.
Yeah, he's got that pompous prick look for a little actor too. Yeah, I don't know. He plays the role well.
Yeah, he should be the bagel guy.
He should be.
So
what happens?
Well, we see him in Han Solo's seat.
The seat that Han shot Greedo in specifically, that booth all the way in the back right.
Yeah, and
that was fan service.
Yeah, and I was having a conversation with somebody else because I didn't think it was. There was, it was a Twitter, I think it is, I think it isn't, and analyzing every possible shot they had versus what they had, and I'm going through Disney Plus and checking the shots and the angles and how many booths there were, and the trying to figure out the trajectory of the bar, the way it's angled, what it is, and it's the exact same spot.
Well, I mean, I'm sure that they made it to spec, from A New Hope.
I thought.
I wonder if they kept it like in the vault, if they put it back together. Is what I'm saying.
I really have no idea on that, but I thought maybe that they'd have it at a one over so that later on it could be, he's at a booth on season 2 and sees where the guy was sitting, and he's at the booth where, there's scorch marks still on the wall or whatever.
I mean, it's not that many years.
No,
right? It's like 7 years.
So they wiped it off, so they actually cleaned the place.
It's like 7 or 8 years since he shot Greedo there, right? Because 1 and 2 year break, 1 year break, and then 5.
Yeah. So about 8 years.
He'd still be there.
They finally cleaned it. But that's the other thing too. You walk in there and it's dead.
Well, no,
the canteen is dead.
What's the irony of it? That droids weren't allowed in,
and now droids running.
They were prejudiced against droids, and now the droids are managing the place. Running.
Now the droids are the ones that are in charge of it,
which I thought was cool.
And then so he talks to him for a couple minutes, and they go and decide, he's got this bounty, he needs help, so he's going to help him with it. And it turns out this kid's all, let's go get this bounty, let's go get it.
It's the most dangerous bounty you could possibly ask for.
Yep.
It's Cara Dune, is her name?
No, not Cara Dune.
Not Cara Dune. That's obviously Gina Carano's character. I forget the character's name off the top of my head, but she's very dangerous. She's a mercenary. She's got huge backing in the galaxy in terms of her crew, but apparently she got into some trouble and she's hiding out beyond the Dune Sea, right? She's like far out there in the Dune Sea.
Yeah, she used to work she was a mercenary or a bounty hunter, sniper.
What was the name of like their mercenary guild or crew? It was like the.
Well, she used to work for the Hutts. She worked for the syndicates as
the syndicates. Or one of the syndicates
as a sniper, or I'm trying to think of what her name was.
You're looking this up right now. Mike's looking this up right now. Look at this. Is this episode 5?
I didn't even go. I just went to all the episodes.
Well, she's only in one episode, so if you go to that page. Anyway, great actress, by the way. I've seen her in a few other things. She's really good. So Mando and Ass McFuck, they get cool speeder bikes to get out there to find her. Matter of fact, I think it's the same speeder that Anakin used in Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, to go to the Tusken Raiders to find his mom, to find Shmi. Am I right about that? I think I am. It looked exactly the same bike that Anakin takes.
I don't know about that one.
I mean, to me, it looked exactly the same. It definitely doesn't look like the speeder bikes that we see on Endor that the Empire has. It's like Tatooine speeder bikes that we've seen, I thought, in A New Hope, in Attack of the Clones.
Yeah, I mean, it could be. It looks like an old one, and he makes the joke. I think.
We're watching it in the background just to kind of get our memories fresh because it's 3 episodes.
This isn't Corellia or whatever. So
right,
basically saying these are pieces of shit. We got what we got.
Yeah.
But her name is Ming-Na Wen. She's an agent of the Shield.
Yeah.
But so they get her the bounty for her, and they go to find her. Fennec Shand. is her name on the show.
Oh, Fennec Shand.
Yeah.
Well, on the way out there, some cool stuff happens. They run into some Tusken Raiders. And it's just to show you that, like, Tatooine still isn't such a safe place. If they want passage across the Dune Sea, they're going to have to barter with the Tusken Raiders, or they're going to have to fight them. And Mandalorian teaches new rookie man, Ass McFuck, that you're going to have to barter with them if we're going to have to cross. So he makes him give him his binoculars that, I forget, like, the Star Wars terminology for them, but basically we'll come to find out that those binoculars would have really came in handy later on, but they had to basically barter with the Tusken Raiders in order to cross the Dune Sea with these binoculars, so to speak. And then we get close to the target, and then we see a dewback with like a dead dude on it, right? Who is that dead dude?
He's just another bounty hunter. He's got a.
All right.
We don't. I'm pretty sure that as of right now, until the visual dictionary comes out or we get more backstory behind these stories, we don't really know. He was just some bounty hunter or somebody that was after her. She shoots him and uses him as bait because she knows that there's more people coming for her.
That's the bait. Yeah.
Or she's going to move at night when it's safe, and he's going to be the bait for anybody that's coming while she's laying low. And the Mandalorian goes and says, all right, let me go check out and see what this is.
Right.
And because the kids all got, oh, let's do it. And, the Mandalorian's like, no, you get some common sense here.
Mm-hmm.
You don't really know what's going on, how dangerous it is. And goes, and while he's checking out this guy, he realizes, oh, shit, we're being set up.
He gets shot in the Beskar.
Yep. A couple times.
Yeah.
And
he gets lit up, actually. I thought he was really fucked, but they took a nice shot to the chest, the shoulder, and then the chest, right? Or the back and the shoulder?
Yeah. I think the chest and then, yeah.
Chest and then whatever. But that Beskar really saves his ass, I'll tell you that.
So they decide, okay, we're going to lay low. We're going to wait till it's dark out, and then we're going to use our speeders, and we're going to use our flares that we have, kind of like, and
they're gonna like a flashbang.
Yeah, like so that she can't get the right light and sees it over here and over there, and we're gonna get in. Well, on their way in, Fucky McFuckface or whatever we're calling him.
I always ask McFuck. Sure, he doesn't deserve such a long one.
All right, and the Mick kind of means a little something special.
Yeah. Well,
so
what happens is she blows up one of their bikes. I think it's Mando's bike.
Yeah, because Fuckface messes up.
Because Fuckface messes up. The kid Fuckface goes around while Mando's shot because she's still trying to take Mando out. And he manages to get up on top of the high ground, quote unquote, and get her from behind while she's trying to take Mando out. So he's got her locked down. Then they start to fight, I believe. Yep. And then Mando comes and stops before she could completely kill the kid. And so that's kind of where the three of them are finally together. They catch her. And this part was really odd. I thought it was really strange. They only have one speeder, and there's three of them. So Mando goes walking to find the dewback when they could have all walked together on the bike. Like, he leaves them. I just thought that was really messed up on the writing. Like, basically, the kid stays with Fennec Shang or whatever, and Mando goes, like, basically 8 hours in one direction to get the dewback and come back.
Mm-hmm.
It was just, why didn't they all just go together to get the dewback?
Well, because it's setting up this plot here where we have, we're just going to call it SF because it's easier that way.
Yeah.
SF now tries to convince Douchebag McFuck that...
Douchebag McFuck.
Why bring me in? You don't know who you have there. You have the Mandalorian. He's worth more. You want all this pride and all this prestige and how great everything's going to be. You should let me go and take him in. And he gets the brilliant idea then, well, I'm just going to kill you and get the bounty on you, and I'm going to take the Mando too. So I'm going to get, the biggest, baddest sniper worker that used to work for the Syndicate, and I'm going to get the Mando who screwed over the guild,
right?
And has the biggest bounty out there, the most wanted or whatever. And I'm going to be, I was going to be the greatest of all time. Now I'm going to surpass that and be, the greatest great of all time, whatever that would be. I don't even know.
Well, he wanted to just get his name out there and then be notorious. immediately, so he didn't have to like work up the ranks. He just automatically.
And then, so he ends up shooting her.
Well, he shoots the asset, right? The kid.
No, he shoots. SF.
SF. Okay, got it.
He shoots.
I forgot.
He shoots SF. Okay. And while they're talking, I forgot about this. While they're talking, she's saying that SF is telling douchebag that there is, an asset, a little child that should be with him. That's the way you get the Mandalorian. He's going to be worth more.
Right.
And so douchebag shoots SF and then takes off. The Mandalorian comes back and they're gone. He realizes what's going on and he goes back to Mos Eisley.
Right.
And they
fast on the bike too.
Yep. They get to Mos Eisley and douchebag's got Baby Yoda, and he's got everybody hostage. The Bizarro Ridley and the pit droids and everything. So now, it goes into the Mando has to, do his thing and ends up killing the douchebag and saving Baby Yoda.
Yeah. So he kills his douchebag. And then him and Baby Yoda fly off. Ridley fixes the ship, and I just felt like this was one of my least favorite episodes. And I thought it was cool. The fan service was cool, but I thought that it was just kind of an episode to shrink the plot in terms of like the amount of hours that the show stays on plot, and just had him sidetracked a little bit. And it's basically like a filler episode. It's one-off story, but something happened at the very end of the episode that could potentially be something big later on.
It could be, but now like you say filler episode, but it's still entertaining.
It's entertaining.
So
I'm fine with it.
If everything was plot driven the entire time for the entire series, you would have the first hour and a half or the first hour of episode 9, where there's just so much going on, so much taken, you don't even have time to breathe.
Yeah.
Which that's a whole other conversation itself. But you need a little bit of time to relax and watch and be like, okay, oh look, it's I enjoy the fan service. It doesn't take away or hasn't taken away from the show, and we don't know if what little thing here or there does it actually do, and the douchebag seems like he comes for money. So is that going to have anything to do in episode 2 where his father is upset with Mando because you killed my son, or there could be things that still tie in that we don't know until the series is over, or this season's over, how things are going to tie in.
Yeah,
but it goes on to building more character and showing. He doesn't want to. Oh wait, no, that's next episode. That my point that I was going to make. So yeah, we'll just go back to here. But yeah, so it's filler, but it's still part of the story that needs to be told. It's like if we were telling a story about what we did today, you said that you picked me up from the train station to save me. $5 on a cab in 10, 15 minutes or whatever. You forgot the part where we stopped. We could have talked about what happened at CVS and what happened here.
There. So further detail about the.
It depends on how much time you want to fill, or how much time, like you said, Phil, how much time you want to put in.
No, every scene's enjoyable. It's not one scene where I wasn't enjoying it.
So now that said, Douchey McDoucherson just got killed, which is great because, like we were saying, how he seems like a douchey 80s actor. Well, he turns around then in real life, a little side note from Mandalorian, and he's done nothing but bash Disney after this episode's come out and the new Star Wars movie about how horrible everything is. Because the idiot, signs up, only does a one-and-done episode, and everyone talks about how crappy he is and how horrible he is as an actor. Which was he supposed to?
He was pretty bad.
Well, was he supposed to act that bad like an 80s douchebag actor?
I don't think so.
Or is he really an 80s douchebag actor who's got, I forget who his father is or parents are.
He's like, so he's privileged. That's why he That's why he's in Hollywood, because he's come from a Hollywood family. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah.
Hey, Jackson. You guys want to see Jack? Come here, Jackson. He's a little scary, he is. Can you guys see him? There he is in the corner. Hello. My little Wookiee Ewok. So episode 5. Enjoyable. Just not my favorite, but I enjoy every one of these episodes.
Oh, the kisses from the puppy. Thank you.
How you like Mikey?
Thank you.
There he is. There's Jack. Look at him. You're on YouTube. Look at that.
You're going to be famous.
He's really hungry. I might actually have to feed him, I think. You want to eat? Are you hungry? He's not going to say anything now you're getting a massage?
So
there he is.
So anyways, we got, the douchey McDoucherson's killed, and we have at the end of the episode, SF has been killed, and she's laying there in the desert. Oh, that's just my phone. That's okay. She's laying there in the desert, and you just hear cowboy spurs.
Yep.
They're not really cowboy spurs, but that's what they sound like.
You see a little cloak hanging behind them.
With some boots coming up.
Back of his legs.
And goes down at SF. And that's how the episode ends.
Yeah.
Well, who was that mysterious person? And that's what there's been a lot of talk about. And
I mean, it could be anybody. But they say it's Boba.
They say it's Boba. They say it's that guy that found Boba's armor out of the Sarlacc pit.
What's his name again? Starts with a V, right?
I don't remember.
Aftermath books. Some guy steals his armor, becomes thinks he's like the
sheriff.
The sheriff of Tatooine.
And cleans it up.
I'm going to get Jackson a treat.
Okay. Which we already talked about. Tatooine seems kind of dead now that the Hutts, Jabba's gone. And, it wasn't cleaned up by someone. So it's a safer place, or not that bad of a place anymore. But now it's desolate, and there's no underworld really going on there anymore. So that's when the Mando goes there to start the episode off. He goes in, and the droid that's now running the cantina or bartending there says, we don't have any bounties here. We're not like that anymore. We clean that place up. Well, that's not his exact words, but
right.
That's what it comes down to. But the real question was from this episode, the episode basically was just fan service, which I'm great with. I had no problem with it. I really enjoyed it. Give me fan service. I will sit there and be happy with it.
Yeah, especially us OT fans. Like us OT fans love that shit.
Yeah. So. And, it's like a thank you or an homage to George Lucas.
Yeah.
These are the characters you gave us, and this is what we're doing with it, and we're gonna plug it in everywhere we can, where it's not, an Easter egg here and there. The entire episode's an Easter egg,
yep.
which was great. But we have the Mando going to, the big question is who is it? It could be anybody. There's research done on the sounds. That's why it's everyone's. When I say everyone, these things, if you look it up, it's everyone's singular.
Yeah, so, but they could use the same sound effects by accident, like Ben Burt's track list for sound effects. They could just pull that. It's spurs, right? It's the same spurs they use for Boba Fett.
I don't think it's an accident. I don't think that they're gonna make an accident like that. But they could do it to make us all think it's gonna be Boba Fett and not do Boba Fett, which is gonna upset people. That why would you say it's my Boba Fett? Well, it's not your Boba Fett. It's just a character. So
right.
But it's why make us think it's one thing? Because that's what they do. That's what Star Wars does. It
makes it fun to think.
They make you think one thing, and they know that hardcore fans are going to research the sounds and the frames per second that this was done, and the steps, and whatever it is, whatever you want to get down to prove your theory to be valid. And then if your theory's wrong, no matter what it is, no matter how percentage great and it should be true is, it could be anyone. So that was the big one. We have to find out whether it was this episode, another episode, next season, who was the man and the boots, and is she even alive or dead?
Right.
It's Star Wars. I mean, she took a gut shot. It takes a while to die from a gut shot.
Yeah, it could have been just one of her buddies from the syndicate getting her back, right?
Yeah,
she's still alive.
It's Star Wars. The possibilities are endless.
Yep. So before we go into episode 6, we take a quick break.
Sure.
Very quick. Awesome. We'll be right back.